Well, little lady, let's get you taken care of.
Did you find it hurt or did you hit it?
Oh, Martha, she ran out in front of the car. I couldn't stop in time.
All right. Were you asleep at the wheel? Careful.
Turn on those lights.
Okay. All right, just a minute, Paul. Okay. All right.
Careful now.
Watch your neck. Watch your neck. Okay, easy. Okay, easy do it. Okay.
Give me some alcohol.
Okay.
Looks like we're going to have to operate. Get me some canine plasma out of the refrigerator. And an IV tube. Oh, you're going to have to connect it. Hang the tube up there. Now insert the needle right in the tube here.
Insert it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alcohol.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there anything else?
No, that's fine, thank you.
I've got some coffee that I have made. I'll get it for you.
Fine. You've got more than a ruptured spleen, little mother. I don't think you're gonna make it. Maybe your pups will have a chance.
Paul? Is there anything else I can do?
Get Gordon on the phone.
Is the dog gonna make it?
I don't know. Put it on the speaker.
No. Answer it in the morning.
Could be important.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll check back with you.
Okay. Hello.
Gordon, Dad. I want you to go to the research hospital and get...
What is it? You're not sick, are you?
No, I'm fine.
Get 20 micrograms of thyroxine, 30 million...
Hold it a minute. Now, tell me again.
20 micrograms of thyroxine, 30 million units of penicillin, and 10 units of canine blood. And hurry up!
Be there as quick as I can, Dad.
So what's happening?
I don't know, but he called. First time since the accident. Really excited about something.
Yeah, so was I.
What are you doing?
It's called getting dressed. First you
Get
put
back
on
to
your...
bed before you both catch cold.
Oh, no, nothing doing. We have unfinished business. You know, on the way home, that lookout point on Mulholland Drive would be the perfect place.
Helen!
Well, I'm very adaptable, as well as being very sexy. Being pregnant does that, you know. It makes you sexier.
God gives me strength.
Don't give it a second thought, darling. It is all taken care of. You see, God is a liberated female, and she is on my side.
It's open.
What's going on, Dad?
Tell you in a minute.
Paul, what happened to her?
She ran out in front of the car. I couldn't stop in time. I'm trying to save the pups.
You mean these things are alive?
2 of them are now.
They don't resemble their mother very much.
Well, you didn't exactly look like Robert Redford at that stage either.
They're alive. And that makes them beautiful. She's gonna live, isn't she?
No, no. She's holding her own. I did all I could.
You are a mess.
Huh?
Why don't you go get cleaned up?
Oh, yeah. I'll be back in a minute. Thanks. Is my future protege behaving himself?
Oh, hardly. He's ornery as hell, starting to kick. You want to feel?
Yeah. Hey, what does Dr. Canlon say?
He says you're going to be a perfectly healthy grandfather.
Grandfather? Be back in a minute.
Good to see him working again. You know, he hasn't been in the lab since Mother died.
This is the first time that I have ever been in the lab. It is unreal.
Oh, Nicole, where in all this are you?
My sister's still here, Paul. With us.
No, she isn't. And I'm still guilty. Does that make it easier for you?
No.
You still resent the fact that I walked away without a scratch? Nicole's gone. And I'm still here. You can't accept that, Martha. And neither can I. So you see, we agree. As simple as that.
It looks like you lost another one.
No. Sure you've got better things to do?
How about some golf next week?
Good idea. I'll call him.
And if you don't, I will.
Little mother, we must try something new. Maybe your last pup will have a chance after all. Only one fetus left. 5 weeks or so developed. The mother is providing life support, but she can't live over 12 hours, and the fetus has no chance of survival on its own. So, in an attempt to speed its development, at 3:05 a.m., I commenced intravenous injection of placental lactogen. Placental lactogen is a growth hormone that is, Dr. Nicole Holliston and I were experimenting with at the time of her death. It will either cause rapid development of the fetus due to accelerated growth of molecular cell structures, or the patient will die within hours. Placental lactogen consists of polypeptide fragments with a seedless seam marker and has 2 disulfide bridges. Give me a few more minutes, little mother. Just a few. Not yet. Like it or not, you're getting one hell of a chance at life. I hope you like it. Number 1. Because of prematurity, and to alleviate possible shock, I placed number 1 in an isolette at 10:40 a.m. The growth hormone is discontinued, but nourishment is being fed intravenously. A sample specimen of cells seems to be without defect, and the growth pattern normal. I've decided to recommence intravenous feeding of placental lactogen, the growth hormone, to study further how the rapid growth progresses. At 1:40 a.m. the 24th, the puppy is now 6 weeks or so developed, but is only 2 days and 15 hours old. Come here. When the growth hormone is administered, the accelerated growth is constant. When it Once withdrawn, growth pattern immediately returns to normal, with no apparent harm to the cells. However, I've decided not to release the results of this experiment until I'm sure placental lactogen, the growth hormone, has no side effects. Placental lactogen discontinued. Cell activity dropped again to normal. Number 1 has attained growth comparable to 1 year. It is still in light tranquilized state. We'll attempt to stimulate the consciousness by injection of nailing.
Sit. Down. Stay. Come. Sit. I didn't think that dog stood a chance. Are you going to keep her?
Yeah.
Heel.
It's a shame you weren't able to save any of the pups.
Stay.
Yes, I'm sorry, too. But failure is what keeps us geniuses from becoming too vain.
Come.
Somebody forgot to tell her that dogs and children always like me.
She's obviously been well trained. You don't need me.
Thanks for your help. Oh, sorry, number 1, I forgot the time. Go get your dinner. Now put the dish away and go to bed. Number 1's ability to learn is extraordinary. It may be an accidental side effect of the drug. I have decided to attempt, under controlled conditions, a similar experiment with a human embryo.
Stay. I won't be long.
possible?
Difficult, but not impossible.
You'd be jeopardizing your career, your whole life.
The results could be worth it.
Nothing is worth going to jail for.
That's debatable. Nicole had 3 miscarriages before we had Gordon. They were all genetically perfect, but they died because they came into the world too soon.
Paul, I understand, believe me, now I do. And I know your dedication. But it is morally questionable to experiment with a living being.
A 6-month fetus is a living being with a chance of survival outside of the womb, but 12 to 14 weeks has no hope whatsoever. I'm not asking for anything that has a chance for life on its own. An accident where the mother is dying is what I need. An abortion, even. Listen to me. 20 years' work is beginning to take shape. The children that Nicole and I didn't have will, in their own way, live. Now help me, Jim, please.
Maybe. And only if it does not put me or the hospital in a vulnerable position.
Blood type A.
Well, that may take a little while. I'll let you know.
I have a temporary life support container in the car. I'll get it.
Betrays a certain quiet self-confidence on your part.
I knew you as a fervent doctor before you became a fervent administrator.
Dr. Caro, surgery, please. Dr. Caro. Dr. Shrimp, obstetrics, please. Dr. Shrimp.
Paul. Jim Whiston. Yeah, Paul. I've got an attempted suicide down here who's not going to make it. She's 14, 15 weeks pregnant and the right blood type.
What's with the ambulance? Are you doing an experiment? Paul, may I help you, please? Paul, I'd like to. Paul! Well, you just start getting your own sandwich.
The difference between the canine and human circulatory tract and cell structure makes it difficult to say what effect the growth hormone will have on the human fetus. Chances for the experiment to succeed are minimal because of the immature development of the fetus. It's my estimate that the fetus has a chance of reaching the 5-month development stage before termination of life. If enough is learned from this and other experiments, it's possible that within a few years, placental lactogen can be used to save miscarried infants and allow them to live. Continuous life support began at 11:50 p.m., February 5th. Heartbeat and other vital signs normal. 10 a.m., February 6th. Fetus showed signs of hypoxia. I made an adjustment, and the oxygen saturation is stabilized. (2:15 p.m., February 7th. Growth pattern approximately 30 to 1. Each 24-hour span appears to equal 1 month's growth in the mother's womb. I'm amazed. February 8th, 6:45 p.m. Fetus size is now equivalent to an 8-month normal pregnancy. It's incredible. Growth hormone discontinued, and the baby transferred to an isolette at 9:10 p.m., February 9th. The heartbeat is steady, lungs are expanded and clear. This is the most significant advance in fetal research in the last 10 years. After running tests tomorrow, I must decide the best way of breaking the news to the Medical Association and transferring the subject to the clinic without implicating Dr. Weston or his hospital. I have no delusions about the legal problems I will have to face. Terrifying things taking place. Despite the discontinuance of the growth hormone, the infant is still developing at an accelerated rate. February 13, 1 p.m. I'm still unable to arrest the child's rapid growth. The development rate is now approximately 1 year to each 24-hour period and seems to be accelerating with each hour. February 16, 2 p.m. Rapid growth still uncontrolled. Rate now about 2 years for every 24-hour period. I've worked for 25 years to save life. And now if the girl lives, I've robbed her of a part of her life. I can't even justify bringing others in for consultation. It's my responsibility alone. February 21, 3:40 a.m. There has been a marked change in the cell activity over the past 3 hours. The rapid cell growth is easing off, but the existing cells are now aging and dying at a terrifying rate. My God, will it ever end? The cell action changeover from growth to aging is significant. Preliminary tests indicate the rapid aging may be receptive to certain combinations of DNA blocking agents. 30 cc of antimetabolite solution retarded aging for 3 hours and then became ineffective. February 23rd, 1 a.m. I administered 50 cc of 5-hydroxydopamine, which would be effective if given in a massive dose. However, such a massive dose would cause heart arrest and death within 24 hours. February 24, 7 a.m. Administering 50 cc of methotrexate, a risk because it's a very strong drug and highly addictive. If methotrexate doesn't arrest the rapid aging, I have no choice but to transfer the girl to the research clinic. I can't cope with it any longer. It's been 19 hours since I administered methotrexate. I think I found the antidote. Accelerated aging has ceased with no withdrawal symptoms. I am, for the first time, optimistic. Why should number one and the girl react differently to the placental lactogen? I've run tests on both. The main difference seems to be that the puppy fetus depended on its mother, its circulatory system, blood supply. The human fetus existed on an artificial system. It's now been 36 hours since the methotrexate injection. Aging is still slowed to... Aging is still slowed to a normal level. If it's permanently stabilized and she's normal in all respects, I shall keep her with me and prepare her as much as possible for the outside world. That'll be quite a task. The tranquilizers are discontinued. I will raise her to consciousness with a series of maline injections. I have no idea as to the outcome, but I've done all I can. Also, I'll begin subconscious teaching at this time.
Are 16. 16 and 16 are 32. 32 and 32 are 64. Let us repeat. 1 and 1 are 2. 2 and 2 are 4. 4 and 4 are 8. 8 and 8 are 16. 16 and 16 are 32. Two and 2 are 4. 4 and 4 are 8. 8 and 8 are 16. 16 and 16 are 32. 32 and 32 are 64. Let us repeat. 1 and 1 are 2.
Understand what I'm about to say, but through my own inadequacy, you have missed the most wondrous part of your life. And that's called growing up. I shall do my best to make up to you what's been lost. Victoria? Yes, Victoria. Do you remember any of the lessons? 1 and 1 are 2. 2 and 2 are 4. 4 and 4 are 8. 8 and 8. The patient, Victoria, awakened approximately 11:30. She seems alert, and upon preliminary examination, functioning at a normal level. Heartbeat is normal, lungs clear, noticeable laxity of muscles from immobility. 16. 16. No. 16. 16 and 16 are 32.
16 and 16 are 32. 32 and 32 are 64. Let us repeat. 1 and 1 are 2. 2 and 2 are 4. 4 and 4 are 8. 8 and 8 are 16. 16 and 16 are 32. 32 and 32 are 64. Let us repeat. 1 and 1 are 2. 2 and 2 are 4. 4 and 4 are 8. 8 and 8 are 16. 16 and 16 are 32.
Martha, you may as well stay with Helen until I get back.
Take care of yourself. Oh, and be sure to call us from Denver.
Yes, I will.
I'll call you when I'm coming back. You're going to be so busy fixing up the nursery for my grandson. You won't even miss me.
Oh, I just remembered. There is the cutest little frog lamp in the attic. It would be perfect for a little boy's room.
Wait till I get home and I'll take it off. Victoria? Victoria! Victoria! They're gone. Now we start learning to communicate. With the house to ourselves, I'm trying to explain the rudiments of life. It's easy to forget that the most simple things we take for granted, are totally unknown to her. She is incredibly perceptive, her mind like a sponge, open and ready to absorb everything. Yet, there's a plus factor in all of this. While most of us are capable of using a fraction of our brain capacity, she is able to utilize hers 100%, or damn close to it. There are no barriers, no unconscious blockages, perhaps because she missed the social and environmental restrictions we had imposed on us. when we grew up. It's not an unpleasant task to teach such a willing pupil. Continued tests indicate the aging is progressing at a normal level, and there are no signs of addiction or withdrawal from methotrexate. I'm terribly relieved. This is a microscope.
Microscope.
Her intelligence and comprehension are overwhelming. A combination of total recall and the ability to utilize the information logically. She is not developing emotionally as rapidly as mentally, but I assume this will come with time. And there are your cells. And they're all normal.
Hello? Well, Paul, where are you? Are you being properly devilish?
No, I'm still in Denver. Tell Martha to enjoy herself. Take a rest from the house till I get back. I may stop off in Salt Lake City for a little while. Yes, I'll let you know. What? Oh, no. No, I'm fine. Love to Gordon. Goodbye. What did you think of it?
An interesting story, but not very logical.
This Bible is much more than just a story. It's an account of the way the world actually began.
From what I've learned, that's impossible.
You're not alone in thinking that way. But to many, the moral values are what's important.
Moral values?
Yes, the... In time.
Victoria. I like my name. Why am I called that?
Because you were a victory for both of us. Come outside. There's a whole world for you to see.
Were there times when you were afraid I wouldn't be a victory?
Oh, from the beginning. You see, I never really expected you to be born. And then your life took hold. It wouldn't let go. It moved at such speed, I didn't think I could stop it. You know, there was a chance there where you could have been born, lived, and died of old age without ever knowing you'd existed.
Couldn't you have gone for help?
If the methotrexate hadn't worked, I would have. But thank God it did.
Why, thank God. What would have been so bad about going for help?
I'd have put you into a clinic. There you'd have been a strange happening, an exhibit. Something under glass to be looked at, examined, experimented with.
A freak.
A freak.
I would have hated that.
I know.
Can it happen now?
No. Oh, one chance in a million, but that's as good as saying no. Your cells are normal. You're not supposed to eat that. A flower is supposed to be looked at and admired. Like this. See? There. Still, we're going to have to tell people about you. Can't keep your secret much longer. That's going to be a problem for you, Victoria. I'm sorry for that. You see, you're unique. It may never happen again.
And from what you tell me, I may not have happened at all. Live and died without ever being?
Yes. Perhaps if you'd been taken from the womb when you were more developed, say 6 or 7 months, the growth hormone wouldn't have reacted as it did. But that's something we'll never know. A 6-month fetus has a chance for life on its own. To experiment and fail at that stage would be murder. And that I will not do.
But still you ought to tell others about me. Still I am to be the guinea pig.
No. I won't allow it to go that far.
Who am I, Paul? Who were my parents?
Your mother gave her name as Anne Smith. She died shortly after you were taken from her.
And her real name?
I don't know. were never able to trace her.
My father?
Your mother never would say.
Who knows about your experiment, about me?
No one.
I really don't exist, do I? I'm a non-person.
February 23rd, 1 a.m. I administered 50 cc of 5-hydroxydopamine, which would be effective if given in a massive dose. However, such a massive dose would cause heart arrest and death within 24 hours. February 24, 7 a.m., administering 50 cc of methotrexate, a risk because it's a very strong drug and highly addictive. If methotrexate doesn't arrest the rapid aging, I have no choice but to transfer the girl to the research clinic. It's been 19 hours since I administered methotrexate. Accelerated aging has ceased with no withdrawal symptoms. I am, for the first time, optimistic.
What are you doing here?
Paul? woman was here.
Who?
Martha, she said.
She saw you?
No. She called out her name. I hid in the lab, but she didn't come in.
Good, good. Nobody gonna see you. Here. Get that in the house. Go on, go on.
Paul?
What?
Maybe please go away somewhere. I should like to see some of the things you've told me about before.
Before what?
You know, when you have to tell others about me.
All right. We'll go this afternoon. It's time you experience being around other people.
Thank you. I'll try not to embarrass you. Thank you. Do you think we'll ever go back?
I don't know. Wasn't 2 weeks enough?
It was wonderful, but too short. I loved every minute of it anyhow. The plaza, the shops, the people, the marvelous old mission. It was all exciting and beautiful. But sometimes I felt I said the wrong things or asked the wrong question. Once or twice people stared at me and I... did I make a mistake, Paul?
No, you didn't make any mistakes. It's just that people don't see the beauty around them sometimes. They take it all for granted. Your enthusiasm made them aware of what they were missing.
Is that good?
Very good. We'll pick up Martha on the way home, and you can meet Gordon and Helen. We're almost there. Let's hear it.
Victoria Spencer, from Denver, Colorado. Parents deceased, age 25, unmarried.
Studied where?
At the University of Colorado, the College of Applied Science and the School of Medicine. Was established by territorial legislature in 1861, but the first cornerstone was not laid until...
Hold it. Just say where you went to school. Don't give a dissertation. Remember, never volunteer.
Okay.
Now, how did we meet?
You were in need of a research assistant, and I was recommended by a professor of chemistry.
And his name?
Dr. William Bickman.
Good. Uh-oh, a party. Now is not the time.
Paul? This is what is called making one's debut, isn't it?
What a surprise! Welcome!
I didn't know you were home, or I'd have asked you to come over.
We just arrived, Victoria. I'd like you to meet my daughter-in-law and my son, Gordon, Helen. This is Victoria Spencer, my new research assistant.
Delighted to meet you, Victoria.
Oh, well, let me take your hat. Gordon, get them some drinks.
Yeah. I think you've met Mike Seaman.
Yes, of course.
hi.
My
Nice to
father,
see you
this is
again,
Victoria
Joe.
Spencer, Mike Seaman.
Victoria Louise.
Martha? Paul has stopped off on his way home, and he has a lady with him.
Oh, what? A lady?
A new assistant.
I think you're going to find working with Dr. Holliston very exciting.
I'm sure.
And we went to this fantastic restaurant.
Was I all right?
Just fine.
Paul? I'm surprised. You didn't call me when you got home.
What are you talking about?
Well, I was up at the house 2 weeks ago, and that dog of yours was there.
Oh, yes. I was in and out in the one day. I didn't find it necessary to tell anyone. Martha, meet Victoria Spencer. She'll be working with me. Victoria, this is my sister-in-law, Martha Douglas.
Paul has spoken of you so many times.
Really? Well, I'm afraid he hasn't mentioned you. Where are you staying, Miss Spencer?
She'll be staying at the house.
Of course. I'll come home with you today. Tell me when you're ready. I'll get my things.
Oh, no, you don't. Now, you help me plan this collection, and I'm not going to let you desert me in the middle of it. I'll take you home tomorrow. Oh, by the way, George just came in, and he's looking for you.
Oh. Bye.
Excuse me.
Where'd you study, Miss Spencer?
At the University of Colorado.
Colorado. That's my old alma mater. Tell me, is Dr. Hanley still head of chemical medicine there? I heard he was retiring. He was a cantankerous old bastard, you know, but a damn fine teacher.
I look forward even more to working with Dr. Holliston. I still have much to learn.
Less and less. Excuse me. Excuse me, please. I've been in a holding pattern over you all day. What shall I do about it? Look, while we're mulling over all options, have some wine. It's an Italian vintage, probably made in Algeria out of bull's blood, rubbing alcohol.
If a man with your taste and intelligence enjoys it, who am I to refuse?
The sun shines on these dreary people as if they were worth a floodlight inspection. But for me, as Oscar Wilde once said, give me deeper darkness. Money is not made in the light.
Excuse me. I believe it was Mr. George Bernard Shaw, first act curtain of Heartbreak House.
Of course. I was just testing you in your past. Beauty plus intelligence. Very sensuous. Oh, we're going to enjoy a rousingly good hump.
Hump?
A ragged overcoat
Yes.
on.
You refer to a favorite slang word that the Elizabethans used for fornication. I've read much of the subject.
You can talk to your computers like that, but not my guests, huh?
Do you make computers?
No, I make them work. I manage Teletext International Systems in my spare time, when I'm not confusing Shaw with Wilde.
Or Rabelaisian humor with bad taste?
I'm surrounded. Therefore, I surrender to all women.
One of these days, I'm going to remember what a presumptuous son of a bitch he is and not invite him around.
He's only obsessed with a perfectly normal urge. Or so I've read.
Victoria, you are unique. And totally charming. Come on, let me introduce you to some nice people. Well, let's say nicer people.
Check. Good game.
No, not really. I could have given you my queen and both rooks and still have whipped you.
You may be right.
No, that's not correct. It is feasible you could have given the queen and one rook, but not the queen and both rooks.
Chess is one of the last bastions of male chauvinism. Would you like to challenge the champion?
I've never played.
She has never played, and yet she tells me I am wrong.
I've read the rules in a book on chess, and a very interesting book by Alekhine.
Oh. No, I had a friend once, never skied. He read every book there was. First day out on the slopes, broke both his ankles. This is much safer. You just sit down, sweetheart, and I'll show you the rules of the game.
Thank you.
This little doodad, that is a pawn. Now, he can only move one space at a time, except on his first move.
I know. Shall we play it?
Well, they use the pacifier, but they refuse to be humiliated by discussing it. They wouldn't go that far, not even for science. Oh, your Victoria is something extraordinary. You should see what she's doing to Frank Riley. I love it.
I hope he doesn't beat her too badly.
Dr. Brothers, I read your column every day. It's wonderful.
Thank you. That's very nice.
Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. Wonderful. Wonderful.
If you don't keep quiet, this game is off.
Quiet!
Check.
Amazing. What a movie. It's beautiful. Thank you.
Check.
It's Salaman versus Stone. Yes.
I don't understand.
Huh?
I don't understand.
Oh, yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do. You understand damn well that is Salaman versus Stone. I knew it 15 moves ago, and I couldn't focus on it. Ah! The match was played in Paris on December the 6th, 1843. It's a classic game. You led me into it. You played before. You know every game.
Not every game.
Well, you certainly know this game well enough. You let me win. You should have played bishop takes rook's pawn. I'd have had to resign. Where have you played before?
I've never played. I've only read books.
I've never played. I've only read books. You let me win! Oh! She let me win! Nobody lets me win! Get me out of here! Nobody! Ah!
You had him beaten. You are a married man.
I believe that I believe that even if I had taken his rook's pawn, he could have replied with a move that would have been a draw.
Enough, Victoria.
Why did you wish me to lose?
Because you should have lost.
But chess is only a game. Once one knows the alternate possibilities of play, there's a logical progression to the conclusion.
There are some things you can't get out of books. To understand them, you have to be experienced. Be patient.
Victoria!
What a wonderful thing to see. His ego will never recover.
Oh, welcome to our little group. We're original but very loving. You'll like us.
I know I will.
I want to learn, to experience. Will you teach me?
Put you into a clinic. An exhibit. A freak. February 24, 7 a.m. Administering 50 cc of methotrexate. A risk because it's a very strong drug and highly addictive. If methotrexate doesn't arrest the rapid aging, I have no choice but to transfer the girl to the research clinic.
California's answer to Madame Curie this morning.
Martha, you go through life as if you were constantly sucking on a lemon.
Well, then I'll have to learn to sip nectar in the future.
2 impressive degrees. And she's how old? 25. Brilliant, obviously. Let's see, Nicole was 30 before she got hers, wasn't she?
Martha, this is your home. You belong here. And now Victoria belongs here. It's a whole new life for all of us. Why not become a part of it?
greatest revelation is stillness.
Lao Tse. 12th century?
I don't know one person in 1,000 who would know the author of that.
And I don't know anyone who's ever quoted it.
Well, it could be perfectly matched.
Perhaps.
Do you mean to say you control this entire operation?
Yes, I do. My computer's a better company than most people I know. They're impersonal, but intellectually stimulating. This is it. Best in the States. Maybe the world. And here's the medical unit you asked about.
May I ask you a question?
You know how to operate a computer?
Yes?
Yes, of course. You read a book about it, like chess.
Yes, I did.
All right. Now, type out the pertinent background data here, and then the question. Antidote. 70 milliliters pituitary gland extract from unborn fetus. 5 to 6 months development. Was the question as enigmatic as the answer?
Thank you very much, Mr. Collier. Goodbye.
6 months fetus has a chance for life on its own. To experiment, fail at that stage would be murder.
Will you sing me? Will you sing me?
bouillabaisse is the best, Martha. Couldn't top it in one of the finest restaurants in Marseille.
Thank you. It's nice to be appreciated.
In the cookbook, La Rousse Gastronomique recommends a touch more tarragon.
I'll get the coffee.
When is your baby due?
According to my calculations, I am 5 months, 25 days, and about 2 hours pregnant. So that would make it due August 7th.
August 5th. Paul mentioned that you and Gordon are going out of town next week?
To Seattle. Gordon is beating the bushes again for university money. I'm going to tag along with him. If Dr. Canlin will let me. He's a terrific gynecologist, but he has zero sense of adventure. He thinks that planes and pregnant ladies don't mix.
Dr. Canlin. Yes. I understand he's very good.
No, it's not my imagination.
Then you took it the wrong way, Martha. What's the matter with you?
I don't know what's the matter with me. I didn't take anything the wrong way. I can't stand to be in the same room with that woman. I am
why?
frightened. She frightens me, Paul.
I don't see why. For heaven's sake, she's been nothing but nice to you. You've chosen not to be nice to her.
I have checked, Paul. Your precious Victoria isn't any research assistant. She never went to the University of Colorado. Just who is she? I'd like to know where she came from.
She's as qualified as I am.
This has been my home for 15 years, but that's it. I'm not going to stay in this house with her any longer. You got to choose, Paul, between your assistant and me. And at 8 o'clock in the morning, I am leaving for Minneapolis.
Victoria.
Paul, what is it?
It's Martha. She's dead.
So sorry.
Heart attack.
You must go, of course.
Yes. But I don't want to leave you alone. Maybe Helen can come over.
They left today for Seattle. I'll be all right. I've got number 1.
All right. We'll take the first flight out. Take care of the burial arrangements. I'll try to be back by Sunday. I'll call you from Minneapolis.
Good evening. I understand I can rent you?
Sorry, honey, I'm not into dykes.
I'll pay you $200 if you accompany me to my home for the evening.
For $200? Could learn to like it. Come on in while I change.
Thank you.
But no rough stuff, huh?
I understand your condition.
I doubt it.
What do you mean it wasn't natural causes?
Dr. Holliston, was your sister-in-law subject to extreme hypertension?
Well, she was tense, yes, but nothing medically serious. She took sleeping pills from time to time.
No reason for her to self-administer any other drug?
In God's name, get to the point. What killed her?
We found a massive dose of what we think is 5-hydroxydopamine in her heart muscle. Now, it's experimental. We don't know too much about it, but the drug seems to have a cumulative effect. It doesn't dissipate, causing cardiac arrest. Dr. Holliston, just a minute. There are forms to be filled out. This may be a homicide.
Paul? Victoria? Anybody home? Hello?
No.
Anybody home?
I thought you were in Seattle. What happened?
Well, between Gordon and Dr. Campbell, I got out and voted so Gordon went on alone. He made me promise that I wouldn't stay by myself, so here I am.
Please go, Helen.
What's the matter? Are you all right, Victoria?
Please. I'll call you later.
Where's Paul?
In San Francisco. At a medical conference. I'll call you, okay? Now, please go.
Oh, you look so tired. Well, now, he is working you too hard. I'm going to make us both a cup of coffee.
Wait. I'll do it. I'm sorry about earlier. Actually, I'm glad you're here.
Hello, operator. I want you to get me to the University Club in Seattle, please. Gordon. Dad. I want you and Helen to sit down. Your Aunt Martha... What? Well, what do you mean? Where is she? Oh, my God. Don't ask any questions. Just catch the first plane home.
Why did you do it?
To give life.
Thank
God.
Down the basement. Dr. Paul Holliston. Would you send an emergency ambulance and an attending doctor to 48 Claremont Road immediately, please? Yes, please, immediately. 48 Claremont Road.
It would be wise for you to leave. I don't want to kill her. But I will if it's necessary.
Why?
No.
Trust me.
No. What I need you can't get me. By your own words, you called it murder. Get out. Please. Get out. Please. Get out. I don't want to kill. I don't want to kill. I just want to live.
Gordon, the oxygen.
Die. You got... Leave him. Damn it, die. Leave him. Let me go.
What are you doing? Request an ambulance. Echo Park, Glendale Boulevard side. Quick fire over here.
She's got to die.
Back.
No, let me go. You don't understand. Ah.
Stay back. Give room to work, please.
She's having convulsions.
It isn't convulsions. She's having a baby. No, it can't be. It can't. It can't happen. Die. God damn you, die. Both of you.
It's your baby. It's your baby. Your baby too.
No!
Look at him. Better get it.